Welcome to 5 Good Minutes. You're listening to today's inspirational message on the book of Galatians with Dan Shields.
Once I was having a conversation with a woman who was skeptical of Christianity. We were having an open conversation about faith, and I was sharing some of my beliefs about Jesus and the Bible. It was a congenial conversation, not caustic or combative at all. After I'd shared a bit, she stopped and thought, and then she said, "There is one doctrine of Christianity that I can't really buy into, that makes me question all of it." Now, over the years, I've been a bit of a student of apologetics. I enjoy reading C.S. Lewis and Tim Keller and Norman Geisler and Lee Strobel and the like, and I love hearing cogent arguments for the difficult doctrines of the faith. So I have some level of preparation for many of the more common objections to Christianity. But her objection stunned me a little. She said, "I don't see how Christianity can hold to the doctrine of original sin." When I probed as to what she meant, she basically said, "To me, I see the good in people and how good humanity is, and when I look at an innocent baby, I can't believe in original sin." Now, I should not have been surprised at all by those statements in one sense. On most every college campus for generations, students have studied the philosophies of the secular humanists who all, in one way or another, say that there is no God and that we're merely a byproduct of time plus random chance. And if that's true, then a traditional sense of morality is meaningless. How's one to determine right and wrong if there is no ultimate source of right and wrong? The universe bears no witness to the rightness of a moral position, and random chance plus time cannot be an arbiter of what's right and wrong. And, therefore, the grown-up bacteria that evolutionists claim humans are have no transcendent reason for morals, only pragmatic ones. In their worldview, sin is not actually a type of evil that carries individual responsibility, but rather an external societal issue that needs solved by some sort of legislation or government program. For instance, the issue of having children out of wedlock is rarely a question of, is it wrong to have sex outside of marriage, but rather, how can we as a society help mitigate the outcome of that choice to better help the poor single mom who's struggling to raise her kids? The focus becomes, how can we help the circumstances, rather than the moral question at the core, and the answer is typically some sort of governmental intervention rather than personal accountability. The reason is the individual is typically seen as good at the core because there is only a subjective view of goodness. Therefore, the primary issue is external. And the individual choices that led to the issue are not a matter of right and wrong, but rather personal choice that no one has a right to judge. The issue of morality shifts from the individual to the society. So if we can fix societal issues through programs, we can fix the problem. We deal with the symptom rather than the root cause, you might say. But the Bible teaches something very different. The Bible teaches that though we are created in God's image and have intrinsic beauty and value because of that, we are all deeply flawed. And that flaw is called sin. We all carry that stain within us. It's not merely our circumstances, our education and environment that cause that. The Bible teaches that we're not simply good people who have made some mistakes in the past. Sin is not like a black marble in a glass of pure water. It's more like cyanide in the water. It might be invisible, but it's infused throughout, and it's deadly. All parts of the water are tainted by it. The gospel begins with 3 fundamental truths. The first is that there is a God who designed and created us, and He is holy. The second major truth is that He created us to be holy also, but we are not. We all have sinned. The third truth is that because of that sin, our relationship with God is broken and cannot be restored by our own works. The broken compass of our conscience cannot repair itself. If we can understand those 3 truths, we understand the problem that the gospel sets out to solve. We can recognize our desperate need for a Savior. To my friend who questioned original sin, I responded, "Of all the doctrines of Christianity, original sin is to me the most verifiable. I simply have to turn on the news to see the brokenness of this world. Or I look around to my friends and my family, and though I see beauty and wonder, I also see so many things that are so messed up. Addictions and divorce and anger and jealousy and hurt. But more than anywhere else, if I can honestly look into the depths of my own heart, I can see evidence of original sin. And because of that, I know that I desperately need a Savior. And that's the problem that the gospel sets out to solve.
Thanks for joining us here today. There's a lot of great content to explore on Orchard Hill Plus and on the Orchard Hill main feed from the weekend. Have a great day.